Hello, this is Jock and coach of the San Francisco Cinderace. Today we have my semifinal match against the Jacksonville Jolteons. It's going to be an interesting one. We both brought our exact same teams as when we played in Week 8. I'm sure he switched up some of the moves and items just like I have. My lead last time was Cinderace. His was Passimian, so I'm expecting us both to switch it up. I'm going to lead Flygon. The reason being, my Flygon is Choice Scarf, so it outspeeds everything except Choice Scarf Jolteon. It doesn't want to fight a couple of his things, but it's carrying U-turn to get out of there quite nicely. So let's get right into it and see what he leads. It's going to be Flygon and Jellicent. So my plan for the Jellicent was just use Vaporeon, get substitutes off. He's actually going to Trick Room, which threw me for a loop a little bit at first, but then looking at his team, unless he's got some really wacky stuff, which I can see he's already used the Room Service, so it's not like Mamoswine is minimum speed Room Service going to catch me off guard in Trick Room. The Aegislash and Grimmsnarl can do a lot of work in Trick Room for my team, but it's pretty likely Copperajah is going to come in to take advantage of the Trick Room. So even before I had to think about it too much, I just clicked Substitute. Just in case this happened, if the Jellicent stayed in, it was a good play. So getting the substitute off lets me take one hit for sure. So the goal here, I should say, is burn Trick Room turns. Waste his Gmax, waste his Trick Room, and then we can go from there. So we got rid of our substitute and he Steel Spikes. We Scald to see if we burn, and we don't. So I have to switch out because I'm expecting him to be carrying Power Whip, Max Overgrowth. So thinking about what would be my best switch in for a Max Overgrowth, I was debating between either Flygon or Aegislash. Flygon mainly if he predicted me bringing in the Aegislash would be immune to a Max Quake, but I felt Aegislash was a safer choice. So I went straight into Aegislash, and we take a Max Overgrowth. It only does 17%, and Grassy Terrain goes up, so we're going to start getting some nice regen. Now here, I'm Weakness Policy Aegislash, so I want to get my Weakness Policy off here if I can, because I'm assuming he's either going to Max Quake or Max Flare. So if I King's Shield, it's not going to protect me from damage, but it will make me take less. So we're going to take a Max Quake, only take 16%, and we get our Weakness Policy off. So pretty happy with that. And now we have gotten rid of all of his Gmax turns and all of his Trick Room turns. So here, I know I'm faster than he will be now. I have my attack boost, so a Close Combat kills him. Close Combat's going to do a lot to anything he wants to switch in except Jellicent. And since I saw that it was Trick Room Jellicent, I'm expecting it to be minimum speed. So even if it does come in, I can just Shadow Claw it and I'll be able to pick up the kill. So we're going to Close Combat, and he makes the good play into Jellicent. So we're going to just Shadow Claw without King's Shielding. And he's actually faster, so it's either a speed tie or he was faster with Room Service to slow him down. Luckily for me, he ends up going for Safeguard, which would block any status like Sleep or Burns. But we're just going to Shadow Claw, and it's going to one-shot him, so we will take that. He's going to bring in Jolteon next. I want to see what it's going to go for, because last time it was Choice Specs. I have a feeling it is this time, but I want to see. And the fact that he's Shadow Balling makes me think he's either Scarf or Specs. But at the health I'm at in Defense Form, I'm not going to die to a Shadow Ball. So we're just going to Shadow Claw and pick up a kill on the Jolteon as well. We see that he was Life Orb there, so not Specs. Passimian comes in here, and I have a problem. I don't have anything that wants to fight Passimian head on. Aegislash would have been a good option before he got worn down and had already used his Weakness Policy, but now it's a little risky. So I'm going to King's Shield, see if I catch him on a knockoff to lower his attack or anything, but no. So I'm going to switch into Flygon, see if I can dodge an Earthquake. And he actually makes a good prediction, goes for knockoff, gets my Choice Scarf off. So a really good move on his end, because it was safe. If I stayed in Aegislash, I'd probably die. If I switch into anything else, he gets to knock off an item. So it was a very good call on his end. My end, not so great. I've lost my Choice Scarf, so now I have nothing that's faster than his Hydreigon if it's the thing that's Choice Scarfed. Because we know it wasn't Jolteon, we know it's not Passimian, because it just switched moves, so it's either going to be Mamoswine or Hydreigon. Here, I don't really want to fight this Passimian, so I'm going to U-turn. and go back into Aegislash, see if I can take a close combat. And I can. So here's the problem though, I can keep doing this dance as long as I want, but something is going to get worn down and die eventually, either Aegislash or Flygon. I had to decide which one I thought was less useful, and in the end, I ended up letting Aegislash die to an Earthquake, but thinking about it, the Flygon was only really useful now to dodge Earthquakes from Mamoswine. The Aegislash would have been useful to take Steel and Grass moves from Caparaja, to take Dragon moves and Flash Cannons from Hydreigon, and it would take Close Combats, or be immune to Close Combats, from Passimian, as well as being resistant to all of Mamoswine's Ice coverage. So I think the right play here was just let Flygon go down and keep Aegislash around. Regardless, I let the Aegislash die. So we're going to come back into Cinderace. Now, I brought Choice Banded Cinderace, which I expected to one-shot him. The only time it doesn't is when he's health EV invested. So he's probably, I would guess, about 100 health EVs. It doesn't look like max HP, but he survives a Pyro Ball. Now we know he's not faster than us. As long as we connect, we're going to kill him with the next one, so we just go for it again. And we pick it up. So now here's another tricky situation. I could go into Flygon to dodge an Earthquake, but if he Ice Shards, which I thought was likely because I'm at 3%, then Flygon's just dead. So I'm going to try and keep Flygon around, and I just click Pyro Ball to see if I can get some damage off if he goes for something other than Ice Shard, and he does, but I missed the Pyro Ball. So Cinderace is going to go down to an Earthquake. We're going to bring in Silvally. The reason being, Silvally Fighting hits everything that's left super effectively with a multi-attack. So I don't even need to get a Swords Dance off here. I can just click multi-attack, and something's not going to be happy about having to take one. Caparaja takes one, gets a weakness policy off, but it's not in Trick Room, so it's just going to die to another one straight away. And he's going to bring Hydreigon in. The reason I switch into Grimmsnarl here is on the off chance he was Choice Specs, because I saw that the Jolteon wasn't Choice Specs. It made me somewhat suspicious that this could have been Choice Specs Hydreigon, and if it was, then it could one-shot my Silvally at the health it's at with a Draco Meteor. It was a roll, I think, but it was close, and I didn't want to risk it. So I ended up going into Grimmsnarl to see if I can predict a Draco Meteor. And my opponent makes another very good play, and just Flash Cannons. So my Beer Berry keeps me at about half health, and with the Dynamax here, I'll live the next Flash Cannon that's coming in, and I'll be able to pick up the kill with a Dazzling Gleam. The only problem is I've been chipped down so much by Spikes and the 2 Flash Cannons, I'm not going to be able to survive, even with max guard shenanigans, that sort of thing, so we're going to go down to the Icicle Crash, but Silvally can come back in, and with another multi-attack, provided I didn't flinch right there, we're good to go. So Silvally's going to clean up the Mamoswine, and with that we're going to pick up the win and move on to finals. So it was a good game from my opponent. The Trick Room caught me a little off guard, and he made some very good predictions with his Passimian and Hydreigon, but my team was able to just weather the storm, pick up kills where we needed. I think if he saved his Gmax a little more towards the end, it would have been harder for me to deal with, but it's understandable that he Gmaxed right away because he wanted to take advantage of that Trick Room. So I think it was a good game by both of us. Good game to him. He's improved a lot over the season. Last season he would not have made those 2 predictions with Passimian and Hydreigon, I can tell you that much. So good game. I'm looking forward to seeing how he does next season. My finals match should be late next week. It's going to be against the Boston Badoops, the same team I played in the finals last season. I'm hoping to change the result. I lost 1-0 last time, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you for watching, and wish me luck in the finals.